Hey, Andrew Oko here, and in this video lecture I'm going to show you how to use the Tradingview charting tool to perform proper technical analysis of any crypto pair. Let's get started. Tradingview it's an all-in-one digital currency charting tool. It can be used to technically analyze various markets like cryptocurrencies, currencies, stocks, indices, futures, and bonds. That said, let's talk about how you can use the TradingView charting tool for crypto price chart analysis. If you click the chart page, you'd be able to analyze any crypto pair on any trading exchange that are being supported by TradingView charting tool. Now click the chart page. As you can see, my internet connection is not really the best, but let's go ahead. On the chart page, you'd see indicators. Click on the indicators tab, and you see all the various indicators you can apply on this chart. You have the VWAP, you have lots of indicators, but I personally do not use indicators because I've tried them over the years and they failed me. They failed, of course. So I basically stick with price action. I'm looking at the candlesticks, and they are the ones that tells me what traders are actually doing. When price is going upwards, I know there are more buyers than sellers. When price is going downwards, I know there are more sellers than buyers. So it's basically we talk about demand and supply. So that's what happens in the market right here. When there's a price upward movement, basically there are more buyers than sellers, so price can rise up. And when there's a downward price action, that tells me there are more sellers than buyers, so there are prices actually going to dump downwards. Now I'm using the free version of TradingView, so you can click upgrade if you don't want the ads, but it's very fine for me right now. I am not really doing any kind of major fundamental analysis. So right here, like I'm trading with the breakdown swing trading strategy. Now the breakdown swing trading strategy is a three-step process for identifying price charts to actually perform proper technical analysis. It's like I said before, it's a three-step process for analyzing candlestick price chart data of any crypto pair. So, and step number one of this breakdown swing trading strategy is to find a target support price level. Now, the target support price level is, as you can normally call it, it's normally the supports like we have, but I call it the target support price level because I want to know if price action can actually return back up to the target support price level. Now, when we're talking about, we have two basic market price action. Well, we have the perfect market price action and the manipulated market price action. So every time you're looking at the candlestick price chart, you've got to know if you have you're looking at a perfect market price action or a manipulated market price action. How can you identify a perfect market price action? You can do that by actually spotting the first target support price level. Right here, I'm looking at the entire price chart data of this crypto pair, the CRV against Bitcoin, and of course I'm using the 4-hour time frame. Why? Because it helps me to identify the target support quickly. There are all the time frames you can actually use. If you click the time frame right now, you can see you can use the 1 minute time frame, you can use the 3 minutes, 15 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours. Like I love using the 4 hours because it can help me spot the target support. Like you already know support. In my case, I call it the target support. because I'm looking for price action to break down the target support and then return back up to the target support. And you have the 1 day time frame. Actually, every time frame that you select from this time frame link, it's basically telling you or giving you price action for that particular time frame. So if I'm using the 4 hour, it means every candlesticks that are present on this chart, it's a 4 hour candlestick worth of price data, price action, or whatever you call it. Now in this case, if you look at the price chart properly, you can see that as you scroll back, I actually want to look at the entire candlestick price chart. I don't care when the crypto pair was launched on the exchange, if it's 3 year time, if it's 4 year time. I basically scroll back the entire candlestick price chart to the first candlesticks that represents the first trade actions on the exchange. As you can see right here, this candlesticks it's was actually traded on the August 15th of August 2020. So this is the first candlesticks that represents the first trade actions on this exchange, which is the Binance exchange. This was the first candlesticks that represents the first trade action on this exchange. As you can see, it was a massive trading activity. Look at the price action. It actually bounced for over 500%. Let's say 400, over 400%. That's it. So this particular 4 hour candlesticks represent a huge price movement. Price action moved over 400%. So that's it. Now what I'm looking for using the breakdown swing trading strategy, the first step is to identify the target support price level. Now every trader have different definitions for support, but I personally define support as the lowest price level of a bounce that is directly behind a massive decline in price action. And of course you can see right here, this is the lowest price level. Now under this bounce, look at this bounce. This is a 94, this is approximately a 81% or 82% bounce. Now the lowest price level of this bounce, it's right here. Let's select the let's choose the, what's it called, the horizontal line. Place it on the lowest price level and click it. Now you can see the lowest price level of this bounce. Now this is an 82% bounce. The lowest price level of this bounce, this upward price action, it's my support on this price chart. I call it the target support. Look at it, 2,630 Satoshi. It's my support on this price chart. I am looking at the CRV against BTC on a 4-hour candlesticks time frame. Like I said, the 4-hour candlesticks time frame helps me to identify supports properly. Now I want to measure the bounce. Every bounce actually plays an important role. My target support should be above 20% or more. I am not looking for a support that's less than 20%. And that's how I can actually identify supports. I'm looking at the bounce. If it has a bounce that's more than 20%, I can accept it as support. But if it's less than 20%, I don't accept it as support, because support should have a bounce, a massive bounce in that matter. Look at this. This is an 82% bounce. So that gives me an opportunity to say yes, of course, this is a great support. And the lowest price level of this bounce, it's the 2,630 Satoshi. Now we're using the breakdown swing trading strategy. Why using the breakdown swing trading strategy? Like I said in the past, the breakdown swing trading strategy is a 3-step process for analyzing candlestick price chart data of any crypto pair. So the first step is to find a target support price level. Now we have two market price action, which I've talked about it before. The two market price action we have, or the profit market price action and the manipulated market price action. Now, in a profit market price action will would break down this target support price level, which is 2,630 Satoshi. Price action will break down this target support price level like it did right here. As you can see, this red massive candlesticks that dropped below the target support price level at 2,630 Satoshi. Price action broke down this target support price level. So what I'm saying is, in a profit market price action will break down this target support price level and return back up to the target support price level after the market price dumped in price action, of course. Now, as you can see, in this case, if you look at the entire candlestick price chart data, there's never a time on this chart that price action returned back up to this target support price level. Now that tells me that's manipulation in this market. The price action, it's actually it's like a doctor. It can tell you everything that's happening in the markets. So now you can see that price action broke down the target support price level and never returned back up. So that tells me, hey, there is manipulation in this market. I don't need a soothsayer to tell me there is. I should already know by looking at the entire candlestick price chart. I can visibly see the manipulation in the market. As you can see right now, price action broke down the target support price level and never returned back up to the target support price level again. That tells me there is manipulation. And when there's some manipulation in the markets, after analyzing the target support price level and you see that price action never returned back up to the target support price level on the entire candlestick price chart, you should know there's manipulation in the market. And when there's some manipulation in the market, you have to follow the second step of our breakdown swing trading strategy, which is to identify the bottom price level on a candlestick price chart. Now, how can we identify the bottom price level on this candlestick price chart? We basically use the 100% dump by 50% bounce minimum formula. Now, that is, I'm going to apply the 100% dump by a 50% bounce minimum formula in this case. I'll show you how to do it. Now let's move this. We've already identified our target support, which is 2,630 Satoshi. And as you can see right on the entire price chart data, price action never returned back up to the target support price level. So in other words, that's failure in price action. Price action have failed to return back up to the target support price level. And that tells me, hey, if you want to trade this occurring in profit, you have to identify the bottom price level on a candlestick price chart. Now, identifying the bottom price level, it requires me to apply the formula, which states that if price action fails to return back up to the target support price level, I should apply the 100% dump by 50% bounce minimum formula. It's actually the minimum. Price action can actually dump more than 100%, and it can actually bounce more than 50%. Now let's apply that formula to this candlestick price chart in order to identify the bottom price level on this candlestick price chart. I basically do not trade most charts. After looking at the entire candlestick price chart, if I find there's manipulation in the market by just looking at the entire candlestick price chart data, I want to buy any of this altcoin because they are shitty altcoins. I can tell you this. This is a shitty altcoin. Why? Because price action failed to return back up to the target support price level. If you were in a profit market price action every time price action breaks down the target support price level, it usually will return back up to the target support price level again, in order to show you that this is a perfect market price action. Right now, as we can see on the entire candlestick price chart data, we have seen that price action ever and never return back up to my target support price level, which is 2,630 Satoshi. So in order to trade this altcoin effectively and profitably, I have to identify the bottom price level on this candlestick price chart. And in order to identify the bottom price level, I have to apply the 100% dump by 50% bounce minimum formula, which is, I'm going to use this ruler sign, this ruler indicator. Let me move it right now. I want to identify the bottom price level on this candlestick price chart. In order to identify the bottom price level, I'm looking for price where price action broke down the target support price level by 100% or more. Now let's place it right there. As you can see, and I'm also looking for a place where price action actually returned, rose 50% or more. I'm looking for a downward price action, and I'm looking for an upward price action. A downward price action of at least 100% and an upward price action of at least 50%. That way, that point is my bottom price level. So let's go ahead. Let's look for 50%, downward price action of 50%, 100%, and an upward price action of, as you can see, an upward price action of, this is an upward price action of 29%. It's not going to work. So it's against the rule. The rule is apply the 100% dump by 50% bounce. So I cannot say this. It's I've not found my bottom. I'm looking for a bottom right now. So every time I'm looking for where price action had made a 50% bounce and had already dropped 100%. So if you check here right now, if you check this is a 77% dump. Price action dumped by 77%. Now let's check the bounce. You place your cursor there and check the bounce. Of course, this is 50% bounce, but it's not going to work because the price dumped by 77% and bounced 50%. We're looking for a place on the candlestick price chart where price action dropped 100% or more and price action actually bounced 50%. So it's not gonna work. Let's move downwards. So we keep close this. We keep going downwards. Sorry. We're looking for the bottom right now. We're looking for the bottom, because if I can't find a bottom, I'd be able to place my first trade on that bottom. I want the price action to break down the bottom by a 10% more, or 10% or more before placing my first trade action. There's so much manipulation in the market, so I don't want to be deceived. I don't want to be manipulated. If every trader is manipulating the market makers are manipulating price action, I shouldn't be deceived. That's why I am applying this formula to the market price action right now, to the candlesticks. So I've not found a 50% bounce. I've found 100% and more dump. Price action had been dropping, but we've not seen a 50% bounce. So we keep looking for a 50% bounce. Right here, can we see a 50% bounce? Of course, we found it. Let's scroll it back. Is it worth a 50% bounce? Oh my gosh, this is not 50% bounce. This is a 36% bounce. So we're looking for it. You have to find it, and when you find it, that's where your bottom price level should be, because we're using a formula. This formula states that if price action fails to return back up to this target support price level then apply the 100% dump by 50% bounce minimum formula. Of course, it's the minimum. It can be more than a 100% dump. As you can see in this situation, price action have been dumping by it's dumped already by 220%, but we've not found an upward price action. We've not found a 50% bounce yet. Until we find a 50% bounce, that's when we can find our bottom price level. So go ahead and then check all the price action, check the candlestick price action, and see if we can identify a 50% bounce. Right here, it failed. Price action never bounced up to 50%. Let's check this out. Woo! Glory! This is our 97% bounce. So we can say we found the bounce that's worth 50% or more. Of course, it's more than 50%. So we are going to move our this ruler downwards. We have to identify where the price action dumped. Now back up to this place where we had a 50% bounce and above. Now as you can see right here, price action bounced. If you place your ruler here, as you can see, we have 100% bounce, and if you look at this, we had also a 94%, 943% dump. This is a very manipulative market. I can't trade this until I identify a bottom price level. Now the bottom price level is right here. Let's check it out. Let's place our horizontal ruler there again. Place your horizontal ruler right there in order to identify the price level. Place it on in there. Place it as you can see right here. Click it. That's it. My bottom price level is at 254 Satoshi. Can you see this massive price dumping, price action? Can you see the manipulation in this market? The market is full of manipulation. Price action have been dumping and never returned back up to my target support price level, which is 2,630. Now this is a massive 943% dump. Price action fell by 943 before forming a bottom price level at 254%. As you can see, I will never trade this altcoin because I basically would wait for price action to break down the bottom price level. Now this is the bottom price level. Why? Because we have applied the 100% dump by 50% bounce minimum formula. Now the 100% dump doesn't mean it has to be 100%. You're looking for a point on a candlestick price chart where price action it's dumping and where price action it's bouncing. So you're looking for a place on the candlestick price chart where you can see price action dumped 100% or more and bounced 50% or more. So that way we are applying the second step, which is to find a bottom price level on a candlestick price chart. That it's only applicable if price action failed to return back up to the target support price level. It's only applicable only when price action fails to return back up to the target support price level. Now, I told you before, the breakdown swing trading strategy is a 3-step process. If price action fails to return back up to the target support price level, we should apply the 100% dump by 50% bounce minimum formula. As you can see right on the charts, I have applied that and I found the bottom price level at 254 Satoshi. Now, if I want to trade this altcoin properly, I will wait for price action to break down this bottom price level. And indeed, as you can see, price action broke down the bottom price level. Let's measure that by at least 16%. And with my rule of entering a trade, I basically would wait for price action to break down the bottom price level by 10% or more. In this case, price action broke down the bottom price level by 16.75%, which is I would have placed my first trade action. I would have placed my first buy order right at the 10% margin, which is if you check it properly. Let's enable this ruler sign. If you check it properly, I would have had my buy order on the trading platform. I only use the charting tool to do proper technical analysis. Every time I identify price levels that I should buy, I will go ahead to my trading platform like Binance to place my trade order. So right here. Now look at it. This is a 10% uh, drop below the bottom price levels, which is I would have placed my first trade order on the Binance trading platform at, let's check it out here, at okay, 230 Satoshi right here, 230 Satoshi. So I want price action because I already noticed there's manipulation in this market. I already noticed because I saw this is a manipulated market price action. I will not trade this altcoin until I see price action break down the bottom price level on a candlestick price chart. So my first trade order would have been at 230 Satoshi, and that would have given me a huge profit because you want to make profits in the market. I would have made 126% profit if I placed my first trade order on a 10% price action, which is 230 Satoshi. As you can see, we're looking at the current market price action right now. Now, as if you look at the market price action, it's still in my favor. If I had placed my first trade order on the 10% below the bottom price level, which I would have been in profit still because price action it's at 452 Satoshi as that when I am filming this video. So look at it. That's great. So you can see the breakdown swing trading strategy actually works very well, and using the trading view charting tool can help me actually trade properly. I want to perform proper technical analysis before I ever go ahead and place my trade orders on my trading platform. I don't trade with the trading view. It's only basically for charting analysis. So if I find price targets, price levels that suits me to enter the market, I basically head over to my trading exchange, which is the Binance trading platform. I basically head over to my trading exchange and place my buy order. So I just want to show you that so much potentials in this trading view charting tool. It can help you to identify price levels that of course you can use to enter the market and exit the market. We'll be looking much more into price chart analysis in further videos, but I want you to see that that's the tradingview.com chart page helps you to properly analyze any crypto pair and make trading decisions. Right now you can see that I've been able to analyze the entire candlestick price chart data, and I have made up my mind to buy when price action. I place my trade order only. I only want to buy this altcoin since I already identified that it was actually a manipulated market price action because it failed to return back up to my to the target support price level, which is 2,630 Satoshi. So that alone already told me there's manipulation in this market. So if I want to trade this market, I want to find the bottom price level, which is at this point 254, and I want price action to break down the bottom price level. I want price action to drop below the bottom price level before I can actually place my trade order. And in this case, price action did broke down. It fell below the bottom price level by 16%, and that's when I should have placed my trade order. So if you understand how to spot these price levels, you can literally make a lot of money in the markets. That's why I love Tradingview a lot. So I want you to give it a shot. I want you to give it a try. I want you to look at various cryptocurrency pairs and study if it's a profit market price action, or if it's a manipulated market price action. Just go ahead. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video lecture.